I first heard about Unequal also through Ariel and Taylor, and you know, when I found out it was being used in the NHL, the NFL, and people's helmets like that, you know, that was enough for me.
I heard of Unequal through a bunch of different riders. Ariel and Taylor Gold, Benji Farrow, Tora Bright is all about this stuff.
I first heard about Unequal from a body therapist that I work with in Salt Lake. You know, he just kind of came to me and said, Tora, we've got it. He said Unequal, it comes from NFL, like just go to unequal.com, have a look at the research, the videos, and he's like, you'll be sold, this is what you need. And then the next thing I knew, I was online at unequal.com and I bought a whole bunch of it for my helmet, I bought butt pads, I bought the body kind of armor stuff, and I just started telling everybody about it. I just kind of feel like it's an answer to my prayers, because I have had, you know, impacts on my head which have, you know, they've taken their toll. You don't see it, it doesn't feel any different to what you'd normally be wearing, but it protects you.
Unequal's been really great for me. It's really top of the line padding. It's the best padding you're gonna get out there.
Unequal's really been a big part of Ariel's life and my son Taylor's life.
We got Taylor Gold coming up here. Burton, Monster Rider, Oakley. You're good to get 113. He's not gonna call
They
out.
both understand the risks of being professional snowboarders. They both understand that in order to do what they do, they're always trying to push the envelope of what they can do best. And in the past several weeks, we've had two experiences. One, in Ariel's case, where while she was training for the Copper Grand Prix, she had probably the worst fall of her career.
I took a pretty bad fall where I actually fell 20 feet to my head, basically, and my helmet broke and had a pretty big, you know, dent and crack in it, and my head was totally fine. I just took a few days off and then I was back on snow.
And many people have told me it's the worst fall they've ever seen in women's snowboarding, where she was doing a very difficult trick. She landed partially clipping her board on the deck, and then literally backflipped 22 feet into the bottom of the pipe, crushing one side of her helmet.
That was the worst fall I've ever had, and on falls that I've hit my head not quite as badly, without the Unequal in my helmet, I had to take a few weeks off probably, and with this I just a few days and then I was back on snow.
The fact that she emerged from it with no symptoms whatsoever, without any repercussions from that fall, it convinced me that not only was Unequal important in allowing her to continue to snowboard and compete that week, but it might have done a lot more than that in saving her from potentially a very bad injury.
Yeah, I guess my first encounter with really understanding how Unequal protects you it was actually my first day riding with Unequal in my helmet. I was there in the morning fitting it to my helmet, and I was just hitting a jump like, you know, normal, and I guess a wind gust kind of caught me and I came up short on quite a large jump, and I just exploded on the table of the jump, and my body went down and my head kind of whiplashed back, and it was a hard hit, and I just kind of had to collect myself going, oh gosh, I'm in for it, like this is not good. And you know, I had a slight little bit of pain in where the impact spot was, and then nothing. And I waited for the next day to have some type of concussion symptom, something, nothing. And from that day forward, I was just absolutely sold, and I just started telling everybody. I was hiking the pipe every run. I was like, check this out, took off my helmet, showing them Unequal, and everybody should have it. It's kind of a no-brainer. Any possible chance I get Unequal comes up, because you know, it's public that I'd suffered from concussions, and it could have seriously affected my kind of Olympic bid too in the Vancouver Games, and so when people ask me how I'm doing, Unequal comes up, because I do not have a doubt in my mind that I am properly protected now, and I wish I knew about Unequal before now.
The regular footed rider is dropping in for his backside wall. Big backside 5.
Gosh.
Big frontside 720 or 1080 tail grab. Sorry, cap 7 mute. pulling it around, frontside 9 tail. Got down low. Oh, Michael Chuck, stalefish.
Slash that thing out of here.
Pops out. He knew there was not quite enough room for the speed he had.
Plus, like, it's qualifiers. You have to bring the heavy hitters, but you also need to land on your feet and get out of there as soon as possible. So whenever they have, a solid enough run, I'm kind of like, get out, 90.2, and a 90 is going to be enough to go to the U.S. Open. So you can basically. So do you see what he's showing you there? It's called Unequal. It's this new addition that people are putting into their helmets. It's Kevlar. They make like bulletproof vests out of it, and now they make it so you can like fit into your helmet as extra protection. But a lot of baseball players and wear under their hats if they get hit in the head with a line drive, or pitchers. But anyway, that's kind of a new thing that's going on in the helmet shred world.